Meanwhile, New York Judge Juan Merchan partially lifting yesterday the gag order against former President Trump in his New York City case. Trump can now publicly comment on witnesses and the jury generally. However, he's still restricted from revealing personal information about the court staff and individual jurors. Here are its reaction. Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. Well, Greg, I'm sure the judge thought, there's a possibility at the debate he's going to talk about how I can't talk about any of that stuff. So now he will be able to talk about some of that stuff.
Yeah, Steve, it's another warped and senseless ruling by Judge Merchan. This gag order was already an unconstitutional prior restraint of speech. Should have been lifted weeks ago. When the trial ended, the jurors are dismissed. The fact that it wasn't underscores, I think, the unfair treatment of Donald Trump. Nothing magically changed yesterday to lift part of the gag order. And equally baffling, I think, is the fact that the New York Appellate Court seemed utterly unbothered, stating, there's no substantial constitutional question. Are you kidding me? Other than that pesky little document called the First Amendment. Silencing a presidential candidate not only violates his free speech rights, but the rights of listeners, the American public. They have a protected right to hear political speech. So now he'll be able to talk about Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels. Will he? Stay tuned. Meanwhile, Greg, we are on Supreme Court watch. There's a possibility this morning the Supreme Court could actually have a decision on Donald Trump's immunity case. Although, I don't know, do you think it would come out before the debate or after the debate? I tend to think Friday if I were a betting man. And I would say that based on oral arguments, I suspect the Supreme Court will recognize some limited immunity, probably extending the existing civil standard to criminal immunity, and that is you have protection as long as the president's actions fall within the outer perimeter of his official duties. And if so, then the J6 case, Steve, will get remanded back to the trial court to decide whether Trump's actions qualify. He has a valid argument. If he truly believed there was election fraud, he's duty-bound to enforce all laws. He went to court. That failed, of course. But challenging electors on January 6th, that's not illegal. It's permitted under the Electoral Count Act. It's exactly what Democrats did in 2017.
So many illegal things. A lot of them are head scratchers. That's why it's great, Greg, that we've got you as a brilliant analyst to explain it all to us. Thank you, sir. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.